Hey guys, welcome back to an all-new episode of KhanFlicks. Today we'll be looking at the all-new THINKWARE ARC dash cam, featuring a 2K front and 2K rear dash, in which we'll be looking at today. It's important to note why a dash cam is necessary. From road rage, insurance fraud, etc. There's many reasons on why you would need one in modern day. Now, if you guys want your very own, check out the link down below in the description. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Check it out, this is your packaging, this here's our box. Right on the top, we got our camera peeking at us. Nice size, actually a lot more thinner than I was imagining. Definitely feels like some kind of phone that I'll be holding. I can imagine myself making a call on this, but yes, this here is our dash camera. Pretty cool, we'll look at that in just a minute. Alright, yeah, now this can definitely be a little overwhelming. I'll tell you, there's a lot of wires, and although it seems intimidating, much of it is pretty simple. In fact, we'll just go through it. So one thing we have right off the back is our camera mount. So this will be for our windshield, and then you have that slide on, slide off feature. And then we have ourselves a GPS module, which that plugs into here. Again, mounts onto the windshield or a different place on the dash. We have ourselves our rear camera. That's right, this here is our rear camera. Technically, you mount this on the back window so you can see behind you, and that is hence our dual camera capability into the system. Over here we have so when you turn on the wiring kit, it will automatically turn on. You don't have to use a cigarette lighter port or anything like that. It'll just do its own thing. Or you can be old school and go this route right over here, which is just plugs right into our cigarette lighter port. I know a lot of cars nowadays might not have that, but it does give you that capability. This will give you an extra extension, of course, to go and essentially wire it up. You would have to kind of run the wire behind the walls and then kind of get it to where you want it to sit. And then lastly, in terms of wiring goes, we have this long extension cable. Now this is actually connecting the front camera with the rear camera, hence why it's so long. But yes, one part of it is just simply plug and play. So really easy in that concept goes. Just kind of taking your time wiring up is the most important thing. And then lastly, they gave us some extra mounts. So we have some double-sided tape. We have a wiring mounting tape. And then we have also a wedge tool to go ahead and remove it if need be. Other than that, pretty simple. We have our user manual here. We'll be connecting it to the app, of course, and seeing how that plays out. But again, just kind of looking at this, it is pretty cool. With that said, let's go ahead and mount this thing up next and try it out. Click on the screen here, and then from there you can see, you have your audio, your record function, your Wi-Fi function, and then from here you have your settings as well. So just gotta confirm, and it'll say please wait. So you have live view, file list, setting, about device, and if you go to file list here, you can do continuous recording, continuous incident, parking mode, this video, so I can click on these and then watch them. So it separates everything based on what you're trying to do, which is really good. You can switch between the views as well. So you can view all this on the particular screen, which is really nice, but you can also download it as well using the Wi-Fi connectivity, which we'll do. And then from there, we can upload it to the computer and just kind of view it there. But yeah, really nice. And then again, you have the micro SD card port, so it does store it all on there. So let's go for a quick ride and try it out. All right, and we are off. Immediately, the screen dims away from what I'm seeing here, but you just quick little touch on the screen and it'll come right back. Now, as I'm looking at it, it is not overly distracting. There is quite a few wires coming out of it, so you do want to make sure you tuck them away, and that'll make a huge difference. Now, I like the fact that I can see both the front and the back simultaneously at the same time. The thing to note is it definitely has a nice wide angle lens. It is literally covering everything around me, and we got a car passing through here. And all right, so that is kind of how it looked. You'd think by now a lot of these cars will have built-in dash cams, but they don't. And obviously you can buy a camera for cheap and it'll just be the front, but you know, you never know what's going on behind you, so it's good to have a second point of view. Now, this particular unit is definitely nice, and it's actually really user-friendly. I thought it was actually very simple to set up. It was literally a matter of just mounting it on, plugging it in, and you're ready to go. Now, there's no crazy amount of settings. Some of them can get quite intimidating in the sense that once you start kind of dialing it in, you start realizing there's a lot of information that, you know, like you can adjust on them. But this one's actually quite straightforward, and I think that is a very important key concept in terms of what I would want out of a dash camera. Yeah, I mean, it's actually pretty good for what it is. As we're kind of driving about here, you know, you can enable the microphone, you could disable the microphone, so you have that privacy, which I get, you know, you don't really want to record your conversations. It's a matter of a quick little press to go ahead and enable it. The only thing that I am noticing is you do kind of have to press slightly harder than I would imagine. But again, that's also a good safety mechanism because, you know, you don't want to just press it by mistake as well. All right, let's go ahead and connect to our dash camera here. So this here's the ARC. And then I'm gonna go to Wi-Fi. All right, and then from there, so we're gonna click on the Wi-Fi and connect our app here. I'm gonna click on Wi-Fi. It's gonna pull up a QR code.
On your smartphone, connect to a Wi-Fi network whose name starts with THINKWARE.
Okay. So we are now connecting our Wi-Fi to our phone.
Connected to a smartphone.
All right, perfect. So we have our settings here, our memory card settings. We have our camera settings. So different versions there. Recording settings. Road safety settings. System settings. And then from there I can click on information. And I can see how much memory has been used, the firmware, things like that. I can also click on playback, and I can actually watch any of the manual recordings. This is a continuous incident, so I can play that back. So you can see it right here. Look at that quality of that video. That is really great. Now it will also again show the time and the date, things like that. And then if I click on information here, it'll show the size. I can download it manually by clicking this download button, or I can delete it as well. And I can switch the views on the top right and just show the back in this case as well. So that is great too. So again, giving you full control, and you can see all the different functions right there. You can download them all at once. And yeah, perfect in terms of being user friendly. You can always do this, or you can just go ahead and remove the memory card and then just do it that way as well. Yeah, with that said, if you guys have any questions, comment down below. Otherwise, we'll see you in the next video. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.